and welcome to Musical Moments. It's good to be back this week. As some of you know, my father had passed last week, so the family were all up in New Jersey, and it was a great experience for me, where I was sad. It was great to see all my family who are really spread out over the U.S. So I just want to say good morning to a few people today. Hello to Steve Gallus. Melanie's here. Hello, Sharon Gursky. And Michael's back. My mother, hi Mom. Janine Phillips. Agnes Kai. Hello, Agnes from Bryn Mawr. Thank you so much for everyone who called in or texted me or texted the family for offering their condolences. Hello, Joan. My sister is listening. Hi, Jill. She's in San Diego. Just to acknowledge a few people here who have been. And hello, Yvonne Bob is listening from Bryn Mawr, Pennsylvania. Hi, Yvonne. And Colleen Acosta. Hi, Colleen. And Patty Cooper. And we have some good requests coming in already. I love it. Some more family coming in. Ackerman from Denver. I'm asking if you can right now, just before we get started, just share this post with a friend who you think who may want to, you can share it on your timeline, or you can just share it privately to someone who may just want to get some relax today, just something that can maybe be soothing, or just if they love hymns. And for those of you who are first listening for the first time, we do take requests here, and I try to get as many of them as I can. So, as I said, they're already coming in today. Hi, Joan Powell McGee. Nice to see you. And Amy Schmidt is back. Hi, Amy. Down here in Texas, we are still doing virtual church, but we were fortunate in New Jersey to be able to have at least 50 people at my father's funeral service. And then we actually ran it live, or we did a Facebook Live for those who couldn't. And I think many people were thankful for that. Once again, I want to thank our team here, Rafael Suarez, who also helped me as well. Special thanks for him for helping me with my father's service. He helped do all the editing so we could run it a couple days later. Marlon Simon, who's in the house here doing sound, as always, and Ephraim Danforth, who is, as he says, he's the voice in my head. But he's kind of the stage manager, production. He handles all these little details, and he does it great. Hi, Martha. Martha Grant, also from New Jersey. It was great to see her. She actually, once again, Martha, thanks for singing at the service. Her and her husband sang a song my father had requested. And Britt Larson's back. Beautiful day, good morning, I love it. And I'm wearing one of my father's ties today in honor of him. I have about 5 or 6 of them that were given to me. Just get started here. We have about 25 on here. This is great. So let's start off with what was coming in here. We also, for those of you who are new, we have a composer of the week that we feature, and we've done everyone from Stuart Townsend, who's a more modern composer, to Charles Wesley. We kind of cover them all, and we have a little listening session somewhere in between. See if you can name the songs they were famous for. So we'll get to that in a little bit. love it. Janine Phillips, nice to have you back too, from Living Word here. And we are broadcasting from Katy, Texas, if you didn't know that. But like again, if you just came on, please share this post with someone. It's nice to get new friends on here to play for. So, and you never know what people are requesting or their background, their church background. So it's nice to get a mixture of requests from all walks of life. Special thanks to my lovely wife who's listening and helps me a lot with production on this. So let's get started. I'm going all the way back to the top so we can honor this here. Okay, Sharon Gursky, who was in here today. All creatures of my God and King. Father's World. Beautiful. I dedicate that one to my father. And it's funny how you remember certain hymns. I associate it with certain churches or certain periods of my life, and I remember that one from Salem United Methodist Church actually kind of connect that song with that. I'm sure we all have memories of different songs that we connect to and where we remember what we were doing. Hi, Bonnie Thurman from Living Word. Nice to see you today. And Cindy Hawk. I hope I'm saying your name right. She's actually a new friend. She's actually a family friend from who attended my father's online service, and I kind of reached out to her. So I'm glad you came today, Cindy. Also, we have Jean Silver. Excuse me. I'm sorry if I say your name wrong. I'll just say Jean to be safe. And Rebecca is here. Ladmir Alt. Cheryl Diaz, another longtime friend from Central United Methodist Church from my youth. And she's here from Connecticut. Hi, Cheryl. So let's keep going with some more music. Hi, Debbie Harley from Bryn Mawr, PA. And Susan Loggins. And Marianne Hergert from my choir. Wonderful. Let's do something Janine Phillips today. This is called On Eagle's Wings. Another great song. Actually, my mother had mentioned this song to me, that one of her favorites. It's a good request today. Wow. I'm getting some way throwback songs here today. Cheryl Diaz said, could you play Arms of Love? An old song she used to sing with me in high school. Oh my gosh, Cheryl. I think you just stumped the band. I'd have to hear like about 5 or 6 seconds of it and it would come back. But I promise you next week we'll get that on. That's a great one, actually. I forgot. That's an Amy Grant song. Let's keep going. Crystal Beckton. He said a song from the Messiah for Vernice Lee. You know, that's another one for Vernice. Vernice used to sing every once in a while. Her and her husband would sing at Saints Memorial Baptist Church with me, and she sang one of the arias, an alto aria from the Messiah, which Vernice, I will play for you next week because we have some history there. Hi, Debbie Stern Butler, listening. Great to have you here today. Got some new faces, which is beautiful. Allison Liso, how are you, Allison? Allison is a wonderful singer who was a member here for a good while when I got here, and her husband has recently relocated overseas to pursue some teaching careers and things, so we're going to miss her. We already miss her. She's still in Tucson, Arizona, she says, but she will be leaving as soon as our health situation comes up. But Allison, so great to have you here today. D. Alfred Tubman, Rose Suarez, okay, another family friend here. That's a good one, okay. We do have a few watch parties going on, and this is going out to you, whoever that watch party is. It's called Here I Am, Lord. Joanne Powell, how are you two as well before we start? our producer. We'll keep the Amy Grant going a little bit. So that was a couple Amy Grants for you. It was Thy Word, and the first one we did, El Shaddai. Kind of an 80s throwback. But Amy's still doing it out there. And we'll do that Arms of Love next week, guys. Jolando Johnson, a good friend of mine here that I made in Houston, fantastic bass player. He's on listening to us today. He's been at the church a couple of times, and we love having him here. Thanks for listening, Jolando. Richard Keel and Amy Dopgar and Paul B. We got a lot of people checking out today. I'm really happy. And let me just jump in. Hello, Fatima Morgan, a new friend, also a vocalist, and she said she loves hymns. And she sings some classical. She sings in several languages. So, speaking of classical, my sister Jill is asking for a classical piece, so you know, family is family. We'll get one in here. Let's see here. I want to do a Debussy piece today. This is something called arabesque. When you don't play classical all the time, every few years your list gets shorter and shorter. So this is one we got today. All right, that was something from Claude Debussy. It's called Arabesque. Going out to Jill. Hello, Michael. I see your request. I'm going to get that in a second. Some Beethoven. Hi, Glenn Cooper. Just wanted to say hello to a few more people. We're going to start our composer of the week. So we have D. Tubman, Alfred Tubman, and Richard Keel. Hello, Richard. How are you? So, as you know, we usually have a feature composer of the week. This week, we have an Englishman going back into the 19th century. His name was John Bacchus. I'm going to hold my cue cards here. John Bacchus Dykes, and he was born in 1823 in England, one of 8 children. And he had some theologians in his family. His grandfather was a minister. His father and mother were a surgeon and a shipbuilder. And but by age of 10, he started playing organ in his grandfather's church. And he actually, while his grandparents and family were evangelists, he gravitated to the Church of England. Dykes published many numerous sermons and book reviews, but he's most known for 300 hymn tunes he composed. Some of you may not know this, but there were some people who actually just wrote lyrics in the early church, and they sung those lyrics. They would write them in a meter, like 8/8 or 4/8, and that would be how many beats. So they would have to pick a song that kind of lined up with the syllables in the songs. And they used many different songs of the day sometimes. Sometimes it was composers who actually wrote the song, sometimes to kind of get the unchurched in there. And this is especially true in the Lutheran church. They would use some bar songs and things back in the day, but they would use these words that were more of a Christian nature, or godly nature, and so that people could sing along at the beginning. In this case, for John, he was a composer, not necessarily a lyricist so much, but he did write 300. And there's 3 big ones in here I'm going to play in a little medley. See if you can name them. Number 1. All right, so we had some right answers today. The first one we played was Jesus, the very thought of thee, which Sharon Gursky got right. The second one is the knees, that was a giveaway. Holy, 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 we all know them. The third one has several names because, as I mentioned, the tune's been used for different ones. So Martha Grant and Sharon Gursky are right. My Hope is Built, also referred to as the Navy hymn, but the Navy borrowed it from Gursky, and there was also Eternal Father Strong to Save, which it was associated with. So that was, some of them were popular than others, and they become associated depending on which denomination you're in, believe it or not. Being able to play in different churches throughout my life, from Methodist to Catholic to Lutheran to Baptist, you get to know the different hymns that are familiar and comfortable. Sometimes you hear a melody that has different words to it, depending on what church you're in. So, but the songs are brilliant and have lasted hundreds of years. So let's jump back in here and see what we have. My niece is listening from Berkeley. Elena Herbal. Oh, you're correct. Okay, thank you. My stage producer here often keeps me on track. Thank you. Little ode to joy with some other Beethoven thrown in there for you. Hope you enjoyed that one. But that was actually, thank you for the words, Elaine. And Gwen Diaz is in town here on Facebook. Nice to see you there. Okay, we have about 10 minutes left. Let's see if we, oh, I know another one we had. I got a couple more. This one is, we actually did for my father's, the organist did it for my father's service. It's, and it's a great Lutheran song too. We do it every year at All Saints Sunday. It's called For All the Saints. right, folks, that was something beautiful for all the saints. And we're going to keep in the Lutheran songbook right now. This is another great hymn called Lift High the Cross. Let's see what we can do with it. Hello, Younger Bryant, listening. Another one from my choir. Thanks for joining us today. The cross. And I think we are just about out of time today, but I loved, we had a great crowd today. It's like, wanted to say Mary Wallace is listening. Please just say hello when you come on. And again, I encourage you to look up some of these hymn composers, John Bacchus Dykes. My friend Carol Thorne from Bryn Mawr is a hymn aficionado. She has, I went over her house one day to play flute. She plays flute. She must have had 25 hymnals on her shelf, so I hope she got to listen today. She's always got some good ones for me. I think Jack Hogan, I didn't say hello to her, and Diane. Diane House is listening. Sorry about that, Diane. Sometimes when there's four names, I think it's somebody else. But I think we said hello to everyone. Agnes Kai, we'll get that next week. So until next week, we'll please be safe and practice your mask, social distancing as you go out. We were praying this is going to be over soon, but in the meantime, I hope this music can give you a little peace of mind, some chill time, and be thinking about your songs for next week. I love to be stumped. God bless.